शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। Hari Om. A very blissful Friday morning to every one of you. Welcome to this beautiful, gorgeous, most attractive, holiest of the holy temples which is within our own selves. My loving pranams at the divine lotus feet of my Guru, Papa Swami Ramdas of Anandashram, Kanjangad, Kerala, and my beloved parents. We are trying to understand the meaning of the shlokas from Shivananda Lahari, one of the greatest composition of Bhagavad Pada Adi Shankaracharya. It is flooded with only devotion. In every shloka, Adi Shankaracharya compares, or we can call this as a simile, compares the lotus feet to something and the mind to something else. We have seen up to shloka number 45. We will see from 46 onwards. 46th one now. Akirne nakharaji kanti vibhavai rudyat sudha vaibhavaihi adhau tepi cha padma raga lalite hamsavrajairashrite nityam bhakti vadhu ganaishcha rahasi स्वेच्छा विहारं कुरु स्थित्वा मानस राजहंस गिरिजा नाथांग्रि सौधान्तरे आकीर्णे नखराजि कान्ति विभवै रुद्यत् सुधा वैभवै आधौ तेऽपि च पद्मरागललिते हंसव्रजैराश्रिते नित्यं भक्तिवधू गणैश्च रहसि स्वेच्छा विहारं कुरु स्थित्वा मानस राजहंस गिरिजा नाथांग्रि सौधान्तरे. In this shloka, Adi Shankaracharya says that the lotus feet of Paramashiva is a beautiful palace. Feet is compared with the palace and mind is Rajahamsa, the royal swan. The royal swan is mind and beautiful palace is Shiva's lotus feet. You know, the royal swan lives in a royal palace. So what is that palace? Let us see now. Akirne nakharaji. Akirna is spread out. Spread out. The feet is so vast. It is spread out. And on that feet, nakharaji kanti vibhavai. Nakha is nail. Beautiful 10 nails are there. Toes are there. So 10 nails, or it is a row of nails. He says here, it is a row of nails which are shining beautifully. There is a Kanti Vaibhava. The shining of that nails, those nails are beautiful. Udyat Sudha Vaibhavai. And they are oozing out the Sudha or Amrita, nectar. The nails, the Amrita is oozing out from the beautiful nails of Paramashiva's lotus feet. See the Vaibhava of that. In Sai Satcharita, there is an incident where Sai says that you don't have to search for Ganga water from anywhere else. It is there in my feet. So the devotee just looks at the feet and water starts flowing out from the feet of Shirdi Baba. In the same way, here, nectar is oozing out. Sudha is nectar is oozing out from the row of nails of Paramashiva's feet. Then, Adhau te picha Padmaraga lalite. The feet are fair, white or fair, because Paramashiva is very, very fair and very handsome. In some of these photos of Shiva, they picturize him as blue in color. He is not blue in color. He is very, very fair. Only the neck portion is blue. That is why Neelakantha. He is not of blue color. He is very, very fair. So his feet are very fair. So you can say, call it as white and Padmaraga lalite. The nails which are there, the toenails, are of Padmaraga color. Padmaraga is a gem which is light pink in color. You know, the nails have got slight pinkish color. So in the beautiful white background of his feet, row of beautiful pinkish nails. You can imagine white or fair background and nails are light pink in color and they are oozing out Amrita. Padmaraga lalite Hamsa vrajai rashrite. Hamsa. Here he is addressing in the last line Manasa Raja Hamsa. Mind is the royal swan. Now here he says Hamsa vrajai rashrite. There are many different swans which are taking this as shelter. Shelter is his feet. And then Nityam Bhakti Vadhu Ganaishcha Rahasi. Now he says here, all these, one is, the mind is the royal king swan, whereas there are so many other brides. You know, a king used to have so many brides. So he says here, you have so many different queens. What are they? Each one is devotion in various ways. Each queen of this royal swan is Bhakti Vadhu. Vadhu is bride. So they are all brides for you or queens for you in different forms. Bhakti can be different forms. So Bhakti Vadhu Ganaishcha Rahasi Svecha Viharam Kuru. Secretly you can wander in this beautiful feet. Swa Icha. According to your will and wish, you roam around secretly with your so many brides. Then Sthitva Manasa Rajahamsa Girijanatha Angri Saudhantare. Girijanatha's Angri is feet. Saudha is a beautiful house, beautiful palace, palatial house. So he is advising, Adi Shankaracharya is advising his son Manas to stay at this beautiful palace because the mind is a king. So the king should stay in a palace, not an ordinary house. So he says, you are the king and you have so many queens. All are devotion. representatives of devotion. And now you wander around, roam around, Swa Ichcha Viharam, wherever you want to go around, you go in this beautiful palace. As we know, these swans, they live both in water as well as ground. They can live in water also. They are amphibians. Both the places they can live. So now he says, you stay in this palace, which is nothing but Paramashiva's lotus feet, which is very, very fair in color. And the nails are pinkish, light pink in color. So we can imagine that such a beautiful palace is there. And my mind is residing in this beautiful palace. The Padmaraga is a gem. So we can think of this palace as studded with a lot of pink gems. Beautiful white house, white palace, and everywhere you can see pink gems. The palace is studded with pink gems. So we must imagine this way and order our mind. Stay here. Roam around on this feet only. Or roam around in this palace only. Don't go out anywhere. So that the mind is always at the feet of the Lord. We move on to the next one. Shloka number 47. Shambhudhyana vasanta sangini hridara megha jirnachadaha srasta bhaktilata chata vilasitaha punya pravala shritaha dipyante gunakoraka japavachaha pushpani sadvasana jnanananda sudhamaranda lahari संवित्फलाभ्युन्नतिः शम्भुध्यानवसन्तसङ्गिनी हृदा रामे गजीर्णच्छदा स्रस्ता भक्तिलताच्छटा विलसिता पुण्यप्रबलाश्रिताः दीप्यन्ते गुणकोरका जपवचः पुष्पाणि सद्वासना ज्ञानानन्दसुधामरन्दलहरी संवित्फला अभ्युन्नतिः. Now in this shloka, Adi Shankaracharya says that Shambhudhyana, meditation on Lord Shiva, is like Vasanta Rutu, spring, what we call in English as spring. Chaitra and Vaishakha Masa are known as Vasanta Rutu. What happens like April, May? What happens here? All the plants which have become dry now slowly start sprouting. Isn't it? You can see small buds, and these buds are so beautiful in color. They look so tender. Whether it is mango or neem or anything, they look so tender and different color. Now he says, Shambhudhyana Vasanta Sangini, along with this season called spring, which is Shambhudhyana. Let us see what happens. Hrida Arame. Now Hrit, or my mind, is beautiful garden. Mind is garden. Meditation is the season called spring or Vasanta Rutu. Then what is happening then? We know that all the yellow leaves or old leaves, they all fall down. And new leaves come up. So he says here, Agha jirnachadaha srasta. Agha is sin, papa. All the sins that we have committed till now, all of them are now falling down. They all have become weak. Jirnachada. All have become weak. Why? Because of meditation. Because of that Vasanta Rutu, all the old leaves and dead leaves, all are srasta, falling down from the tree. So for us, all the sins are now destroyed, or the power or the fruit of that sin is now destroyed. Like how we say Sanchita Papa Vinashaka Lingam. All the sins are destroyed. Bhakti Lata Chata. Now what is happening? Lata is creeper. Chata is a plant. Now Bhakti is now in the form of creeper or plant. Vilasita, now slowly coming up. The creeper or the plant called Bhakti is slowly coming up. Why? All the sins are destroyed and now the mind is started meditating on Shambhu. So slowly creeper and plants have started coming up. Punya pravala shritaha. All the sins are gone. Now all the merits or punya are coming up. Punya pravala shritaha. Deepyante. All are shining. The beautiful colors are there. Guna koraka. Our qualities. Good qualities now. All are small buds. You see so many different birds in buds. B-U-D-S buds, not birds. Bud. B-U-D-S. Buds are there now. What are they? The guna. Good qualities are now in the form of buds. Japa vachaha. Vacha is our speech. The speech is japa. How beautiful it is. Whatever we speak is japa. Don't we remember? Shiva Manasa Puja. Atmatvam Girija Matihi Sahacharaha Prana Shariram Griham Pujate Vishayopa Bhoga Rachana Nidra Samadhistitihi Sanchara Padayo Pradakshina Vidihi Stotrani Sarva Giro. Same thing here. Whatever words come out from my mouth is your stotra. How carefully we must be talking. Our speech, we should be very, very alert. We cannot use any bad words. We cannot abuse anybody, because whatever words come out, fall out, nothing but stotra, nothing but japa. We may not be knowing the Vedas or chanting of any of those shlokas. Doesn't matter. Just Shiva, Rama, just 2-letter words, they are also sufficient. That is also japa. So japa vachaha pushpani, what are they? So whatever we speak is now flowers. We offer so many variety of flowers to the Lord. So now Adi Shankaracharya says that we don't have to go here and there and search for a particular flower. Our japa vachaha, the words that we speak, which are nothing but japa, that itself is pushpa. So our words are now becoming pushpa. Why? Because we are meditating. No negative words can come out. No bad words can come out now. So every word is japa. Every word that we speak is a flower. That is a archana for Shiva. Sadvasana. Vasana is one is fragrance. Fragrant flowers. Next meaning, second meaning is the vasanas that we have been carrying, or samskaras that we have been carrying, or the fruit of punya or papa that we are carrying. That is vasana. Because of sadvasana, all these are happening. What is that? I have been carrying all good merits, my punyas. Let me tell you one story about Bali. The Emperor Bali, Prahlada's grandson Bali, Prahlada's son Virochana, Virochana's son Bali. In his previous birth, he was a very, very bad gambler. He used to always gamble and always in a prostitute's house. So one day he won a lot of money while gambling. He was very happy. I have won a lot of money. So what should I do? I should go to the prostitute and enjoy. Have all the pleasures. So before going to the prostitute, he bought a pan. And he bought very, very fragrant jasmine flowers for that lady. Pan and jasmine flowers. And he consumed a lot of alcohol. So he was walking to the house of the prostitute. On the way, there was a stone. He had not seen that. He stepped on the stone and he fell down. Fell on the same stone. His head hit the stone and he just looked up. Right in front of him, there was a Shiva temple. So he saw the Shivalinga there. He never prayed. Till then he had never prayed. He did not have any respect for the scriptures or our Vedas. Now, at this juncture, he got very angry with that Shiva. He just threw the pan and jasmine on the Shivalinga and shouted, "Because of you, I fell down here." And he died. He breathed his last at this moment. Yama's people came. They took him there to Yama. So his ledger was seen by Yama. No punya, no punya, no punya. Oh, last one, there is one punya. That is the greatest punya. Putting pan and fragrant jasmine flowers on Shivalinga. So Yama said that you will become Indra. You get the position of Indra for 12 hours just for this merit. That powerful is this putting pan and flowers on Shivalinga. See, the attitude was not of devotion. In spite of that, just putting those things all on Shivalinga also gave him such a great merit of getting the Indra position, Indra Padavi. Then you will go to hell because you have so many sins you have committed. Okay. So first he was made Indra just for 12 hours. In this 12 hours, now he realized what I have been doing is wrong. Just by giving one throwing pan and this on Shivalinga, I have got this merit. Then by donating so many things to so many people or to the Sapta Rishis, I will be getting lot of merits. So, starting from Airavata, Uchchaishravas, the royal horse, elephant, everything was donated by this Bali in the previous birth as Indra. Just within 12 hours, whatever was available in that heaven, he just donated to the Sapta Rishis. Then he went to hell. Now because of these merits, he was born as king. Prahlada's son Virochana, Virochana's son was Bali. Bali Chakravarti. So he had to be born in an Asura Yoni. But because of these all merits, how did he do that? Just because of one merit of throwing pan and fragrant jasmine flowers on Shivalinga Antakale, just at the last moment of his life. Then, We know the story of Bali. Who comes there to beg? Mahavishnu. Look at this. He lifts the hand and gives to Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu is the beggar for Bali. Whether it is 3 steps or whatever it is, he has begged with Bali. See the greatness of Bali then. He is giving something to Mahavishnu. Not only that. At the end, Vamana just puts his third step on Bali's head and pushes him to Netherlands or Patala. Now it seems in the next Kalpa, Bali will become Indra. Until then, he is supposed to be there in Patala. He should not come out. You know who is guarding? Mahavishnu is the security for Bali there. See the greatness. Just because of one merit. This is called as Vasana or Sadvasana. We don't know what we have done in the previous births, whether we have good Vasana or bad Vasana, that we don't know. But at least now we know what is Sadvasana, how it is powerful, how it is effective for us in our next birth, that we know. So at least we can perform some actions which will give us punya or merit. When we perform any action with a selfish motive, however good the action is, it will not fetch us much of punya. It may give us good money, or it may give us very good name or position, but not punya or merit, which we call as vasana. To create this kind of vasana, one should do selflessly. The action should be selfless. Initially, we perform all action in a selfish motive. Doesn't matter. But as we grow further, at least little bit selflessness should be there. And as we go still further, it should increase. Selflessness should increase. Do for the sake of others. By giving happiness to others, we derive joy. That is selflessness. Anything that we perform, we offer at the feet of God. However silly the action may be. If we do that, then we can be assured that yes, Sadvasana or Punya or merit is stored in my bank. So we all will try. We'll keep on trying. We may fail. But we'll keep on trying to do this kind of actions. Not for collecting punya, but for the sake of others. So this is Sadvasana. And when we have this kind of merits, it will protect us from performing any actions which is sin. It will not allow us to perform any sins, because that is protecting like a fort. So this is Sadvasana. One is very good fragrance. When we perform action selflessly, that gives a beautiful fragrance, isn't it? That is more fragrant than jasmine fragrance. Second is merits. Good merits or punya. Third one is, it will not allow us to perform sinful actions. So in 3 ways it is useful for us. So let us try to do that. Sadvasana, then Jnanananda Sudhamaranda Lahari Samvit Phala Abhyunnatihi some with phala. Phala is fruit. Fruit which is abhyunnati, which is on top of the mountain or tree, not somewhere low. The fruit cannot be plucked by every person. It is at a great height. We must put all our efforts to pluck that fruit. What is that fruit? Some with jnana ananda. Jnanananda, the best jnana which gives us happiness or bliss. Then Sudha Maranda Lahari, flow of nectar. What is that nectar? Amrita, which means the fruit is moksha. So he is going to give us the best fruit, moksha. When we meditate on Shambhu. When we meditate on Shambhu, my heart is the garden. All the old leaves, what we call as sins, all have fallen down. And now devotion in the form of creeper and plant are slowly coming up. And in these plants or creepers, punya is the merits are growing. And gunakoraka, buds are there. Buds are our good qualities. And the words that we speak are flowers for offering. All the sadvasana, these all have helped. From the previous birth, whatever I have committed, all those are helping. Now so that it is giving beautiful, wonderful fruit called Jnana Ananda, which is samvit. Samvit is with knowledge, with wonderful knowledge. So that kind of fruit that we are now going to get only when we meditate on Shambhu. It is not just the knowledge. See, he says here, Jnanananda Sudha Maranda Lahari. Not just the knowledge. Just the knowledge is of no use. We must experience that knowledge. Isn't it? It should be there in our blood now. That means we should perform actions in that way. We move on to the next one, Shloka number 48. Nityanandarasalayam suramuni swantambujatashrayam swachham sadvijasevitam kalushakrit sadvasana vishkritam shambhudhyana sarovaram vrajamano hamsavatam sasthiram kim kshudrashraya palvala brahmana sanjatashramam prapsyasi. Nityanandarasalayam suramuni swantambujatashrayam swachham sadvijasevitam kalushakrit sadvasana vishkritam shambhudhyana sarovaram vrajamano hamsavatam sasthiram kim kshudrashraya palvala brahmana sanjata shramam prapsyasi. One more different comparison now. The mind is Rajahamsa and Shambhudhyana. Now that is a beautiful lake. Earlier, Shambhu's feet were palace and mind was Hamsa. Now he says, yes, mind is Hamsa. Shambhudhyana is the beautiful lake. Hamsa can live on earth or ground as well as water. So now it is about water. Nitya Anandarasalayam. It is Anandarasalaya, abode of Ananda. Nitya Ananda, not once or 1 or 2 days. Always, continuously, it is an abode of bliss. Suramuni Swa Antambujata Ashrayam. Suramuni. Sura is devatas or good people. Muni, all the Rishi Munis. Within them, in their Antakarana, Ambujata Ashrayam. That is the feet, the lotus feet of Shiva. Where is it? It is there in the heart of Suras or good people or Munis. Swachham Sadvija Sevitam. Now it is about the lake. How is that? It is very, very clean. Sadvija Sevitam. It is worshipped by Dvija. Dvija is two janma. Dvi janma, two janmas or two births. A bird is called as Dvija because it has two births. Once it is born as an egg, then from the egg the little one comes out. So 2 times birth. Teeth. Our teeth is Dvija. First teeth, they fall down. Then one more set of teeth we get. This is Dvija, second birth. And the third one is a Brahmana. At the time of the sacred ceremony, it is said that he is getting a second birth. So here, Dvija, Sadvija Sevitam. Brahmana is the one who is interested in having the knowledge about Brahma, not by birth. So he is worshipped by such people. Kalushahrit. From our heart, whatever kalusha is there, kalmasha is there, everything is thrown away. Sadvasana Vishkritam. Once again see Sadvasana. The same meaning over here also. Surrounded by all such good vasanas. Shambhudhyana Sarovaram. Now the Sarovara or the lake is Shambhudhyana. Imagine beautiful, clean water is there. That is Shambhudhyana. Vraja Mano Hamsavatamsa Sthiram. Stay there. Whom is he referring to? He is telling his own mind, calling it as Hamsa. You reside in this lake, which is very, very pure. Then, Kim Kshudrashraya Palvala Brahmana Sanjata Shramam Prapsasi. Instead of staying in this beautiful lake, you are unnecessarily wasting your time going around in search of Kshudra Palvala. Palvala is a small pond. Or on the roads we see so many ditches. What kind of water is there? Kshudra. Dirty water. Horrible water. Terrible. Water is terrible there. You are wasting your time searching for this kind of ponds or ditches which has got extremely dirty water. Sanjata Shramam Prapsasi. Kim, why are you wasting your time? There is beautiful lake. What is that lake? Now in this shloka, lake is Shambhudhyana. In the previous shloka, Shambhudhyana was spring, the season called spring, Vasanta Rutu. In this shloka, Shambhudhyana is the beautiful lake. In different ways, Bhagavad Pada is trying to drill it into our mind. Just by saying once, these people don't understand. With various examples, I should drill all these concepts in the minds of such people so that, not that they are not devoted, all of us are devoted, but the devotion should go to the highest level. With that bhavana, only then it can grow. That is why he is explaining this in various ways. If you observe, everything is filled with the devotion. Now assume that there is a desert. In that desert, even during spring season, nothing can come up. Isn't it? Nothing is there to come up, only sand. So, some people's mind is also like desert. Whatever we do, there is no bhavana. It is like a desert. That should not happen. Like in the previous Shloka, he said, Shambhu Dhyana Vasanta. Vasanta Sangini. Along with this, we must try to meditate upon him at least for a minute in this 24 hours in a day. For a minute. Any of these, one of the shlokas, whichever we like the best. His feet are either the palace or this or that. So many examples that he has given. We can think of at least one of them. Oh, this is feet. My mind is so and so. So let me be here. Let it wander around only on the feet. Let us try our best. We move on to the next one. Shloka number 49. Anandamrita purita harapadam bhojalavalodhyata sthairyopagnamupetya bhakti latika shakopashakanvita ucchairmanasakayamanapatalim akramya nishkalmasha nityabhishta-phalaprada bhavatu me satkarma samvardhita. Anandamrita purita harapadam bhojalavalodhyata sthairyopagnamupetya bhakti latika shakopashakanvita ucchairmanasa कायमानपटलीं आक्रम्य निष्कल्मषा नित्याभीष्टफलप्रदा भवतु मे सत्कर्म संवर्धिता. Now, one more example, one more simile. Here the lotus feet is compared to a fertile soil. Feet is compared to the fertile soil. Let us see now. Anandamrita purita harapadamboja. Ananda amrita purita haras padamboja. Amboja is lotus. Haras feet, which are like lotus, is always filled with nectar or ananda amrita. Bliss as well as nectar. Alavala. Now my mind is again garden. Udyata sthairyopagnamupetya. Now what is happening? There is fertile soil. Now in this soil, sthairyopagnam upetya udyata. Sthairya. Sthairya is steadfastness. You can say bold, being bold or courageous or determined. That is what is steadfastness. Now, if at all we have any creeper, for the creeper we need one pole. By itself, a creeper cannot come up. It is dependent on a pole. So that pole is sthairya or steadfastness. Then bhakti latika. Latika is lata, latika or creeper. What is a creeper? Bhakti. Creeper is bhakti. Steadfastness is the pole. Now it twines around. Bhakti, the creeper, twines around this sthairya or steadfastness and develops shakha, upashakha. We have, some of the people have kitchen garden. You know, they grow this ivy gourd. Tamil, Kovakai, Kannada, Tondekai, Telugu, Dondakai, ivy gourd or Tindora. That's the name, English name for Tondekai. Kovakai in Tamil. How does it grow? It grows in the creeper. So you need to have a pole and creeper will twine around that, and on top we put a pendal. With some sticks we put a pendal so that it spreads around. The creeper spreads around the pendule. Initially a pole is needed and then it spreads around the pendule. Then what do we get? We get the fruit or kovakai. We get that fruit. Similarly here, fertile soil is Shiva's feet. Now, pole is steadfastness. Bhakti or devotion is the creeper. He is advising us to have lot of devotion along with determination. Just devotion is not sufficient. That determination is needed. Then Shaka, Upashaka. So many branches and sub-branches. Uchchaihi manasa kayamana patali. Patali is a pendule. Where is it? Uchchai, at the height. Manasa. Now my mind is this big pendule, which is spread around that pendule. That means it is Vishala, magnificent. How can the mind become magnificent? By being selfless and offering everything to Paramatma. Mind can become magnificent. And Patalim Akramya, it is now spread around the pendule, Nishkalmasha. Once it becomes Vishala, Vishada, so many words can be used for mind now. Nishkalmasha, absolutely pure. No impurity at all. No me and mine. No otherness. This is Nishkalmasha or Nirmala. Then Nitya Abhishta Palaprada. Now what is it giving? Phala. What kind of phala? Nitya Abhishta. Abhishta is our will and wish. Nitya Abhishta. Whatever we ask for, that will be given in the form of fruit. Where is the pendule? Not at a low height, at a very uchchaihi. At a very high level the pendule is put. So there now the fruits are hanging. You can plug them now. Why does he say Nitya Abhishta? Abhishta is whatever our will and wish are. That phala you get. Once the mind has become pure, then we do not ask for any phala except one, liberation. There is nothing, no other goal. So Nitya Abhishta, whatever we daily ask is only this now, moksha. Give me liberation. Lift me up. So that palaprada bhavatu me sat karma samvardhita. That is why sat karma is needed. Sat karma is like a manure. We need manure. Otherwise the dondakai that we get will be very thin. It will not be tasty also. There won't be any flesh in that. If you want good kind of fruit, then good manure should be there. Manure is sat karma. So, performing sat karmas are important, extremely important for us. So, Nitya Abhishta Palaprada Bhavatu me Sat Karma Samvardhita. With the help of this Sat Karma called manure, this creeper, the devotion, grows and grows and grows and becomes purer and purer and purer. And then that phala is given. So wonderful comparison here. Mind is compared to that pendule and Shiva's lotus feet is compared to the fertile soil. There you can say that a beautiful garden There we are sowing this creeper, seed of creeper called devotion. Along with that, the pole is sthairya, steadfastness. Otherwise, what do we do? I will study Bhagavad Gita. Every day I will do. One day we do it. We study. Then we pat ourselves. Oh, I am doing it. Second day, gone. Third day, we don't even remember that we have taken this kind of vrata. We forget. That should not happen. If it doesn't happen, then it is steadfastness. Determined. We need to be bold in this. So Adi Shankaracharya is expecting us to be like this. Move on to the next one, Shloka number 50. Sandhyarambha vijrambhitam shrutishiraha sthanantaradhishtitam saprema bhramarabhiramamasakrut sadvasana shobhitam bhogindrabharanam samasta sumanaha पूज्यं गुणाविष्कृतं सेवे श्रीगिरिमल्लिकार्जुन महालिङ्गं शिवालिङ्गितम् सन्ध्यारम्भ विजृम्भितं श्रुतिशिरस्थानान्तराधिष्ठितं सप्रेम भ्रमराभिरामम् असकृत् सद्वासनाशोभितम् भोगीन्द्राभरणं समस्तसुमन पूज्यं गुणाविष्कृतं सेवे श्रीगिरि मल्लिकार्जुन महालिङ्गं शिवालिङ्गितम्. This is about the Jyotirlinga, one of the Jyotirlingas which is there in Andhra Pradesh, Sri Shaila. In these 100 shlokas, nowhere else Adi Shankaracharya talks about any particular place. In shloka number 50 and 51, he talks about Sri Shaila. Otherwise, once or twice he says about Kailasavasa. That's all. He never talked about any other places, however holy, Kashi, holy place, he has not talked about it. But he talks about Sri Shaila here. That is why it is said that Adi Shankaracharya composed this Shivananda Lahari when he was in Sri Shaila. India is very, very sacred place. We have 12 Jyotirlingas. There are so many Shiva temples. Every Shiva temple has a Shivalinga. Now these are more sacred because they are Jyotirlingas. The word Jyoti, it means one is light, second one is knowledge, and the third one is moksha, liberation. Why we say these Jyotirlingas are more important is, these lingas can bless us with moksha. They are capable of blessing us with liberation. That is why a lot of importance is given to these 12 or Dwadasha Jyotirlingas which are there in our country. In Sri Shaila, there was a tree, Arjuna tree. In Kannada it is Matti. In Tamil it is Marud. And in Telugu it is Tellamaddi. Marud in Malayalam also. There was a tree and twined around this was jasmine creeper. Under that there was a Shivalinga. This is Mallikarjuna. Mallika is jasmine, Arjuna tree. It was found under that. That is why that Mahalinga's name is Mallikarjuna. Mallika and Arjuna. Adi Shankaracharya was composing this Shivananda Lahari in Sri Shaila. At that time, there was a tribal group. The king of the tribal group wanted to sacrifice one human being for their deity Kali. So he sent one of his persons to search for a human being. So that Kapalika, he came and saw this Adi Shankaracharya. Wow, so much of tejas is there in the face. So this is the best person for sacrifice, human sacrifice. So he came and told Adi Shankaracharya, my king wants to give a human sacrifice, so I am going to take you. Adi Shankaracharya said, I am extremely happy. You can give me as a bali if possible. So he walked with that Kapalika, came to their place where their king was there and all the tribals were there. There is a procedure, they put ganda, chandana, kunkuma and mala, garland for the person whom they are going to sacrifice. So everything was done. And the person, one of the Kapalikas, had lifted that sword to cut the head of Adi Shankaracharya. Just then, there was a roar of a lion. There was no lion. A roar of a lion was heard, and another man just came running there and caught hold of the Kapalika who was having the sword in his hand to cut Adi Shankaracharya's head. And he cut, that man who came, he cut the head of that Kapalika instead of Adi Shankaracharya. Who was this man? He was the disciple of Adi Shankaracharya, who is very popular as Padmapadacharya. All of us know Adi Shankaracharya has got many disciples. Among them, 4 of them were very, very popular. One of them was this person, Padmapadacharya. He was a very, very great disciple of Adi Shankaracharya. His initial name was Sanandana. He got the name as Padmapada because of one incident. Adi Shankaracharya was sitting in one place and taking his bath, and for the rituals he was there. And this Sanandana was on the other side of a stream. Adi Shankaracharya called out, Sanandana, give me my clothes. Sanandana, who was on the other side, heard this, and the water, there was a flood of water. He didn't even think that this is water. He just carried Adi Shankaracharya's, the Guru's clothes, and walked on water. Wherever he kept his foot, wherever he stepped, a lotus came up there on water. And he kept his feet on the lotuses and then reached his Guru's place. That is why he got the name as Padmapadacharya. He was a great devotee of Narasimha. So Narasimha, God Narasimha, Lord Narasimha, came in this Padmapada's body and roared and took the sword from the Kapalika's hand and cut the head of that Kapalika himself. This is how Adi Shankaracharya saw Narasimha Swami in Sri Shaila. So he saw not only Mallikarjuna, he saw Narasimha Swami too. This is how Narasimha Swami protected Adi Shankaracharya in Sri Shaila. Probably that is the reason why Adi Shankaracharya mentions here, Seve Sri Giri. Giri is Shaila or mountain. Sri Shaila Mallikarjuna Mahalingam Shivalingitam. who is hugged by Shiva or the goddess. We will see the explanation of this shloka in the next class. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu.